everyone, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm Gabrielle, and today I wanted to do something a bit different. I wanted to do a chatty get ready with me, talking about a few things that have been on my mind, like decisions, self-care, productivity culture, and I just thought it would be a bit more fun for you guys to have something either just to listen to or to kind of get ready along with me. And so I'm just gonna do like my super simple everyday makeup routine. I don't wear makeup every day, but when I do, I very much enjoy it. I start with the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint in G7. I've already done my skincare. I've put on some SPF, so our base is ready. I just wanted to start by talking about like productivity a little bit. I've been having a little bit of an issue with the whole concept lately. For some reason, I do love being productive, and I do think productivity means something a little bit different to everyone. I do think that for some people it means working a lot and working to achieve your dreams and working super hard all the time and not take time off, not take days off. And it's this definition of productivity that I don't agree with. I've been so hard on myself lately. I mean, even more ever since I became self-employed. If you don't know, I left my 9-to-5 job in November 2019, which sounds like a long time ago right now. It was just a hard decision, but the best decision for me. I'm sorry, the light has changed. The sun is doing weird things today. I'm not loving that. Anyways, it did not work for me very well, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna start my own company. Didn't happen overnight. I'm saying it like it happened overnight. It really didn't. It took months for me to take the decision, but I was very happy with it. I didn't see myself looking for another job because deep down I knew I would not find something that I would like. So when I started working for myself, I was like, I'm gonna work a lot and I'm gonna do my best to like be super productive and get so many things done and be successful. And first of all, the definition of success is very different for everyone. So that was just gonna fail. But also my mental health was really bad at that time, and I'm realizing just now how bad it was. By the way, I was using the RMS Beauty Uncover Concealer in 11.5. I was like, you're gonna do so much and you're gonna work at weekends because that's how you're doing it. That's how you're succeeding. It's by working all the time. Well, the thing was, being productive for me, I realized, doesn't mean working all the time. It means when I'm working, I'm being productive. I'm getting things done. But it doesn't mean to be productive for a long period of time. That's not productivity for me. It's making sure that I'm taking care of myself and I'm doing things that are good for me, so that when I'm working, I'm super happy to be working. My head is in the game. I just want to do things. And I realized that it means for me to work less than I thought I would before. And so I've been feeling a bit weird about that. And then I talked about it with my therapist, who I mentioned a lot, I realized. But you know, I'm figuring a lot of things out thanks to her. And she was saying that human beings are not built in a way to work as much as we do. It's not in our genetics. It's not how we're supposed to do it, which is why we burn out, which is why we get tired that much. Some people thrive, but other people don't, and that's totally okay. And so when I was saying that I was feeling so bad that I was not working as much, that I was having a weird schedule, she said that I should do what works best for me and not care about what society is trying to make us do in so many ways, in so many aspects of our life. I'm gonna use the Cloud Paint. I'm gonna use the Cloud Paint blush in Puff from Glossier. I'm loving it at the moment. So I realized that I've been so obsessed with doing things how society wants us to do it that I've been really not doing a great job at taking care of myself. And I was so obsessed with the idea of being productive and succeeding and doing all of that I kind of forgot myself in the process. And now I'm realizing that, first of all, it's something that is very important for me to be more in tune with me as a person and not so much with society standards, I guess I should say, in so many aspects that I'll talk about in future videos, like body image and body types and stuff like that. It's really something that I've been thinking about more and more now that I'm taking care of myself, and now that I'm doing so many more steps with dealing with the traumas that have happened to me so long ago that I'm now realizing have so much impact on my life right now and my life decisions, but also in figuring out what I want to do with my life. And that's been so difficult for me. Very recently, Glossier Halo Scope in Quartz is going on my cheeks. I've been in the process of kind of thinking about life decisions more and more, and I try very hard in every situation to find a positive aspect or a positive consequence. And I think this pandemic has been so freaking hard. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's given me time to really think about what I want in my life, and I'm realizing that I do have a very big issue with comparing myself with people all the time, and I'm kind of a sponge in a way, in the sense that when I see someone who is having the life or is being the way that I would like to be, or you know, like is kind of an example but in a bad way for me, I tend to kind of shift what I'm doing and who I am towards being them and doing how they're doing it. I'm not sure I'm making a lot of sense here, so I'm sorry. And I realized that some things that I thought I really wanted to do in my life, I'm realizing I don't really want to. I do think it also comes from growing up and experiencing different things, and I do realize that I'm figuring out a lot of things as I go as well, which is great, but a lot of things that I thought I wanted to do or how I wanted to live, I'm realizing I'm not too sure that's actually what I want to do. Like, for example, for a few years now, I'm like, I just want to live in a big city, I just want to experience that, and I do think I do, but in a shorter period of time than I thought I would. I realized that nature and trees and the forest and mountains are very important for me, and I feel so calm and relief when I'm in nature. But at the same time, I love the vibrant energy of a city, and I love how it makes you see so many people achieve different things. And so yeah, I'm just figuring a few things out that I didn't really think about as much before, because we were all so busy, we were doing things all the time. And one thing that I've realized is that not being able to see a lot of people has really helped me to tune in to myself in a way. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it really has been a good time for me to work on myself, and that's why I say that I try to see the positive in every situation. And I do see that this pandemic has helped me to spend time with myself, to figure things out, to think about things, to also just be with myself, so that I'm not comparing myself to anyone's energy and anyone's actions and things and thoughts and, you know, all of that. I'm just with myself. It's been helpful. On my brows, which are very sparse and thin, I've used the Yves Rocher eyebrow pencil in 005, which is the perfect color for my brows. I don't do much with my brows, to be honest. Next up, I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm gonna use my Naked Urban Decay Naked palette. I've had this for a few years, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't used it that much, because since then I'm more into brands that are being careful about like being better with the environment and with animal, and I'm not sure, I don't think Urban Decay does a very good job of that. I bought it, and that would be wasteful to not use it. So I'm gonna use Bang Bang, which is like a shimmery pink color on my eyes. I really been loving putting pink on my eyelids. Also, I realized that self-care is, first of all, way different than what I thought it would be in a way, and what kind of, I guess, social media can sometimes portray self-care. For me, it's come with going to therapy. I'm very, very grateful and appreciative of the fact that I can afford it, even though I've kind of scaled back because that's very expensive, and I'm taking time to work on myself on my own, so that when I go to therapy, I know that I have a few things that I want to talk about. For my crease, I'm gonna use Feels and Juicy. So yeah, first of all, there's that therapy, but also making sure that I take time for my thoughts, which has been journaling for me. I didn't realize that it would be so beneficial for me and I kind of stopped without really thinking about it for a few days last week. I think I was just not feeling great and I didn't want to think about it. I stopped, and then I realized a few days ago that I was like, you haven't journaled, you haven't like expressed your thoughts in different ways than just being in your brain. And I realized that I really love it, first of all, and also it's very good for me to get things out. So I've been really trying my best to not forget to journal. I've been realizing that sometimes also self-care is doing things that you don't want to do but you know are good for you. And so some days I'm not feeling great and I'm like, I just really don't want to think about it. I don't want to dive into my feelings and write them down. But I do know that it's what's gonna work the best for me. I force myself to do it, and I always at the end, it's like exercising. You never regret doing it. You just don't regret writing how you're feeling. And you know, like, I've done a whole video on journaling, so I will put it in the corner right here or in the description box if that's something you're interested in. You don't have to write how you're feeling every day. You can just think about a positive memory or describe your dream life or just write things you're grateful for, but it doesn't have to be like a deep dive into your emotions. It can be just trying to think positive thoughts, or it can look pretty much however you want it to look. And by the way, Glossier Lash Slick is my favorite mascara ever, and I'm out of both of them and I'm very sad about it. And I ended up using a little bit of the Evo Feel Stronger Volume and Length mascara. It's very wet. The brush, it has too much product on it, so sometimes I just use it a little bit at the end when I can see that the lash spike didn't go through the tips of the lashes. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about recently, and do let me know how you feel about these topics: productivity, about self-care, about big life decisions, and especially in times like this. Just do let me know how you feel about it and where you are in your journey. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, like the video if you liked it, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.